episode 5 of Gunpla Club. Yeah. Episode 5. Amazing. My name is Sam. I'm joined by the curvaceous Callum.
Hello.
The wonderful Will.
Thank you, I am wonderful.
And Sam couldn't even be bothered to be in the same bloody city as us, so he's joining us on Skype.
I'm in my pants,
like
mate.
the lazy... You're in your pants?
Yeah.
I've got you on video here. You're wearing sunglasses.
Yeah.
And pants.
You're not wearing pants.
I've got a t-shirt on.
We
But
can clearly see... Well, I mean, we're all wearing pants.
Mm.
Good ventilation.
Yeah.
Well, podcasts is hot work.
Yeah, so Sam's joining us via Sheffield's famous Skype.
Yeah.
And so sorry in advance for everything he does.
Yeah. Let's talk about what we've been building. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Will wants to go first. Okay,
so, I mean, we'll touch on GCON a bit later, I guess, but...
Yeah, I'll mention that.
We all picked up something, and I picked up... I spent 2 days deciding on what to get, and in the end I didn't even get a mobile suit. I got the space backpack for G-Self.
You prick, Will.
So much choice. So much potential.
We stood there for at least an hour.
Yeah.
I did. I couldn't make up my mind.
And, yeah.
And then you were all disappointed. When I walked out the shop with this in my hands, you were like, It was like a collective sigh. Like, fuck's sake. So predictable.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I got the space backpack for the G-Self. Yeah. So, if you haven't seen it, in Reconquista in G, the G-Self, which is
here he goes again.
Yeah. I know, every episode, gotta get it in.
Does it go to space at some point?
It does. And,
Moonlight Butterfly!
No, that's the wrong show.
Yeah.
So the gimmick with the G-Self is he gets different backpacks, and one of them is the space backpack, and can you guess where he uses it?
Sainsbury's?
In the sea. No, space. So it's this huge backpack that goes on his back. Not only do you get that, you also get a little core fighter. You get a stand.
I do like the dinky little core fighter.
Yeah, the dinky little core fighter is cool. Although it's only one colour, so I need to paint this.
Yeah. Can you see little Belry in it having a shit?
That would be the best figure to put into any sort of kit.
Shitting Belry.
Shitting Belry. Like mid-shit, you got a little curl on the end of the arse.
Isn't that a box
That'd be
of
perfect.
too?
I need to buy my brown Citadel paint for that.
You get a new shield with that.
Yeah, you get a red shield.
Yeah, I like
that's the main reason I wanted this. I just wanted the shield.
Yeah, that's
so I spent 15 quid on this kit just for a little shield.
See, I got the G-Self and the space backpack together in the sale on Hobbylink Japan for must have been about 7 quid delivered.
Nice. That's very good.
I, differently from you, I made it really badly. So, God bless you, Will.
This was actually, talking about the G-Self, was my first kit getting back into Gunpla.
I remember this.
That's when G-Reco was airing. Everyone on Twitter was going on about Gundam and Gunpla. So I was like,
but not G-Reco.
No.
I get you, Will. It's like me and Gundam Seed Destiny. I get it. It's okay.
I guess we've all got our one.
What's better though, G-Reco or Destiny?
Destiny.
Oh, Destiny.
Oh.
Yeah, because at least Destiny sort of makes sense to a point. Yeah.
I think this is what...
There's a coherent
G-Reco
plot told in Destiny. There isn't one in G-Reco.
Yeah.
I prefer MS Igloo to G-Reco. Genuinely do. It's quite good.
Really?
I'll talk about it later. But
Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm really pleased with this actually. It sort of bulks the kit out, and I really like the red wings you got for the original kit. But this just makes it feels like a bulky sort of finished thing now. I'd really like the I think it's the reflector.
Is that the purple one?
Yeah, but I think that's P Bandai.
No, is it?
I think it is. Yeah.
Oh god,
it's really hard to find.
For Gunpla,
Yeah, but there's also like the assault backpack, the perfect backpack.
Oh yeah.
It's like a bloody episode of Dora the Explorer.
I like the red one where it's the giant.
Yeah, that's
cannon.
the assault one.
Yeah, the assault
one.
one.
And it has Zeta legs.
Yeah.
Tesco value backpack, that one.
No, I like the one which has, he was on the ground like punching some dude. It was all like green and stuff.
Oh yeah,
that one was really good. I want a kit of that, but alas, Bandai never made it because, as it turns out, G-Reco's awful and nobody wanted to buy any of the kits.
How dare you?
I'd like to put a trigger warning to listeners.
You can't do a a trigger warning after the thing has
That's
happened.
true.
Yeah.
Like to do a
But this has got me all excited for
trigger
the
consolation.
Blu-rays, which are coming out next month.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
Now,
cross your fingers.
I would like to
Put yourself
I don't know,
through
there's
that
some-
again.
Yeah, I guess so. But in 1080.
You haven't finished it either, have you? So
I didn't watch the last 2 episodes.
To be fair,
that's how far
Well,
I
that
got.
ties it all
it
together.
doesn't really help. Probably makes it worse.
But like, yeah, there's something about Blu-ray in general that makes things seem more worthwhile, I guess.
The thing is, I'm such a sucker because I do all my anime watching on the tube on my tablet, so I'm not going to watch these Blu-rays anyway.
Yeah.
PS4.
I get like I bought the first Blu-ray set of OG Gundam,
Yeah.
and I just haven't touched it. It's
Of
like-
G Gundam.
That was
No, OG original.
okay, yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
first Gundam.
Yeah. And it's like because I mean I've watched all this stuff before, and I don't know. There's still other stuff I need to watch that I don't have the time to go back and.
Yeah, they are really nice box sets though.
Yeah, that's it. Like I want them just to have them. Is
Yeah.
the thing.
Like the original came with that box.
Yep.
With all
The
the
second one can
really
be
nice
artwork.
artwork.
Yeah.
The
All the
G-Rico.
characters are awesome.
Yeah, the G-Rico's got the whole spread of like postcards
Yeah.
and stuff.
No, I remember at MCM Expo they had this cool it was like a vinyl set of one of the Origin Blu-rays, like an English
Yeah, they
release,
were-
and it had
they
a
were-
massive
an
art
English
book,
release?
loads of stuff in it, and it was amazing.
Those, they're like
But I haven't seen it
£80,
sold
aren't they?
anywhere else aside from that
Yeah.
expo, and it was like 80 fucking quid. But I tell you
I think
now,
all the anime had them for pre-orders, for like really limited
Yeah,
pre-orders, for like
really
80 quid.
limited.
Yeah.
oh man,
That said, when they release Double Zeta, I'm picking that up immediately. Okay, my turn. What have I been building? I took a break from building the Master Grade RX-78 to 3.0 because, as often happens with Master Grades, I get a bit bored halfway through. And I
The host of a Gunpla podcast.
well, they're really long builds. So I did what I normally do, and I built a quick little high grade, kind of as a palette cleanser. So this is the, it's from I say it's from the Origin. It's from the high grade The Origin line.
Yeah.
It's actually from the Mobile Suit Discoveries kind of book, which is like the Mobile Suit Variations thing. So this is the RX-7801 Gundam local type, which is kind of meant to be a precursor to the Gundam that Amuro
Prototype.
hops into and yada yada. So yeah, it's kind of a prototype. Very kind of basic looking kit, but I like that it plays into that whole kind of military aesthetic. I always said it looks like it could be out of the 8th MS team.
Yeah.
Which
It
is
does
which
look
is
like that, doesn't it?
yeah, which is like absolutely my peak.
That's
Like-
immediately what my mind
Yeah,
thinks
yeah.
it's in.
Yeah, very quick kit, easy build, no trouble. It's got a shitload of stickers, which I think is why it's 1,000 yen more than it should
It has
be.
loads, doesn't it?
It's got tons, and I didn't even use all of them in the end.
Good.
And yeah, I've used this as a kind of practice for weathering because I've never really done any weathering before. So I went at it with some dry brushing and the weathering kit, and I've definitely overdone it.
No, it looks good.
It's a bit too much that I'd like. It looks like he's literally like come out of a vacuum cleaner.
I felt like that about my Master Grade Gundam 3.0, but every time I see it now, I'm sort of like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's like pleasantly dirty.
Yeah.
It's funny, there are certain kits that you want to weather and others
Yeah.
that have to be like clean.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like I wouldn't weather the G cell.
Oh, no way.
It just wouldn't
Spends
fit.
most of its time in space is my sort of criteria.
Yeah,
It's like,
absolutely. No, absolutely. Like this is the local type. This is all about fighting on the ground, and as such, it needs to be covered in mud and poo.
Yeah. Space is very clean.
Yeah. So yeah, nice kit, fun build. Not a huge amount to say really, because it's so basic. However,
It looks lovely.
so the Revive RX-78-2 is 1,000 yen, right? This is 2,000 yen, and it's not really much more of a complicated kit. So I guess it's because it comes with all the stickers.
yeah,
It's the
it must
only-
be.
I can't think of
Yeah.
anything else because it
seems
looks
so
like
good.
a Gundam, doesn't it? Like,
Yeah.
There's not much more to it.
So
The
yeah,
only-
I just need to paint the teeny little yellow V on the crotch because that was a sticker that came off long ago, and then top coat this baby and it will be done.
Looks
Yeah.
awesome.
It does look
The only
really
thing that
really nice.
stopped me from buying it is that I've got so many white Gundams
Yeah,
that have that same sort of form. It's like I can't have too many of those on my shelf. But it's such a nice kit.
yeah.
I'm showing it to Sam on the webkit here.
It looks pretty. and dirty. It looks pretty
It's
dirty.
like dirty.
It is pretty dirty.
I feel like I'm gonna have to like wash my hands.
It's
that
the
nice dirty.
Christina Aguilera. Of
So how did you get one of those Tamiya weathering kits?
Yes,
The
well,
eyeshadow.
I got those Tamiya weathering kits that kind of like eyeshadow, but mainly I just use dry brushing. So getting a tiny little bit of paint
Yep.
on the brush. Getting rid of paint until there's basically nothing left,
Yep.
and then you just go over the edges very
It's
quickly.
so
and
effective,
yeah, you got. I mean, it takes a while, but yeah, it looks
So
all
do
right.
all good things in life.
I tried out the Tamiya kit with my
Oh, yeah,
RG Mark II.
Yeah.
Because you get a little brush, but it's got like one spongy end and one sort of like brush end.
Yeah.
It's a really shit brush. Like it doesn't really work very well, but it's so easy to use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've never done it before, and straight away I was like, oh, that actually looks quite good.
Yeah.
It's really amazing. I did an entire HG Easy 8 with just those weathering kits, and I just used like the rust and the silver a bit, and it looks amazing now. Like it's amazing what they can do. They can do like a little bit of weathering goes so far in a kit,
Yeah.
even if
Yeah.
it is just highlighting edges and nothing else. Like
Yeah.
you don't need to go for the full hog. Like this looks like it's been in a war. Like just like little scratches or like little things just to highlight the panels that might not be panel lined but are raised anyway. For things like
Yeah.
that, it's really useful.
Yeah, it's also transferable when you eventually move on to Airfix.
Yeah, exactly. When we stop building this kiddie shit and move on to
Machine
making models
Krieger.
of,
Shit.
models
My,
of
um,
tanks. Yeah.
My boss walked in the office
Panzer!
today with a big box, and he was like, "This has got like Japanese writing on it." He's like, "Will, I think this is your toys."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
You always put toys on the customs slips as well. God
Yeah,
damn it.
yeah, toy parts, 500
Yeah, I
yen.
know.
Everything I order, no matter how much it costs, 500 yen.
yeah, man.
That's good though.
Thanks,
That's
Banzai Hobby.
cool.
Yeah.
Banzai Hobby.
that good
Shout
shit.
out.
Yeah. Okay, Callum, what have you been building?
Building. I've been building the Gundam V2 Gundam Verka Master Grade, which is my first Verka, and holy shit, that is cool.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't.
Have
brought it
you
with
have
me,
you
unfortunately.
attempted to tackle all of the water slides?
Yeah, I've done a good lot of them, and I've finished. I got it to a point where I was like, looks good. I don't
Yeah.
want to go overboard.
Because all Verkar really means is comes with 200 water slides.
Actually.
Oh, here he comes.
Here
That
we
was
go.
a joke, so that was clearly a joke, wasn't it? I know that's not what it actually means.
Shut up, Sam.
Just
This is what it
got here.
means. He likes long legs and lots of stickers, and that's it.
Okay.
But it's also like really mechanical. It's like it really assembles in this totally real way.
Yeah.
Which sounds totally
He
stupid,
definitely
but, like,
has that kind of, well, I mean, a real robot, I suppose,
Yeah.
like kind of basing in that. Yeah, like all his kits, at least all the Verkars I've built, have felt like that as well. Like they feel like almost real machines, albeit one's made of plastic.
yeah, it just assembled very really, as if it was a V2 Gundam. Oh god, I wish it was real. But it's also a very strange process because you get a sort of extra body. Which turns
Oh,
into
yeah,
which you
yeah.
can, so you get basically two core fighters because the V2 the top half of the V2 transforms into core fighter without the, so it sort of is like the V2 in the anime in Victory Gundam because it's like the legs are separate and then the arms and
Yeah.
so you can order more legs, which they always do in that. Uso's like, I need some more legs, pal, and these legs come flying out the fucking ass.
So I've not seen Victory Gundam. How many V
Legs,
Gundams?
right now.
How many of
two?
it? Two.
So two is the
So there's like
back
the
half of the
the
series.
final version.
Yeah, it follows the traditional, the first 25 episodes he has the Victory Gundam, then the last 25 he has the V2. And there are little like add-ons and stuff. So there's the V dash for the original Victory, and then the V2 has the Assault pack, it has the Buster pack, and then if it has the both, it becomes the Assault Buster Gundam.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And it's big. It has a big cannon on its arm. It's really
it's
nice.
basically the V2 with more guns. I've got the high grade of it. It's a fun little kit.
Wasn't there a P Bandai effect set
Yeah,
that we
the
saw.
Wings of Light.
Wings of Light.
God's sake.
Because, why include those in the kit when they can charge you 20 more pounds
There's
for
like a
them?
flyer for them in the box.
Yeah.
Wasn't it like nearly as much as the kit itself?
Yeah, it was like 35 quid.
Yeah.
I mean, I got it
Jeez.
I got it at GCON, it was only 45 quid.
That's alright, isn't it?
Yeah,
For,
It's
was
good
like
for Master Grade.
It was the one that caught my eye as soon as I went into the shop as well. And then it was 45 quid, which was pretty
I think you were holding it literally within a minute of us entering the shop,
So,
cradling it.
yeah,
But
I couldn't see anything I wanted more other than the full armour.
Yeah, I was contemplating picking up the full armour, but the price was a little bit too much for me at the moment. That's going to wait until I've got less of a backlog. I think.
Brexit in it.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I
wicked kit.
really like the V2. It's one of my faves.
Yeah, Wicked Gundam, Wicked Kit, recommend it to anyone. It's just so much fun to make.
Yeah.
Plus, you can sort of the way that you build the first two, well, the two core fighters is you sort of make these weird little Gundam lollipops.
Oh,
It's really strange.
Okay.
why don't you
So,
turn
I
that into a
recommend it
lollipop
just for
mold
that.
for the summer?
I
There
was,
you go.
I was thinking about it. That'd be sweet.
Interesting.
But yeah, Wicked Kit. Full
Sam,
marks.
what has Sam been building?
Well, I've been building a kit from my favourite TV show in the world, Gundam Seed Destiny.
Sex in the City.
Yes, Sex and the
You've
City.
been building a kit of I don't know any characters. Yeah.
Horse Gundam.
Carol.
No.
Helena.
Jessica.
Carrie, yes.
Oh my god.
Sarah Jessica Parker. Have
That's
you
the
been
one.
building a plano of Sarah Jessica Parker?
It's designed by Katoki, so legs for days. But no, I've been making the Saviour from Seed Destiny. So the kit's like 10 years old.
This is the 1 to 100, right?
It's the 1 to 100 Saviour. It's not the high grade. I wanted the 1 to 100 for a very long time, and it came out in 2006. So it's not too old. And actually, I came out of that build like it's all fully snapped together, thinking that that it just felt like a normal sort of high grade that you'd build, like like the high HG Iron-Blooded Orphans ones that you get. Like it just felt like that, just bigger. There's a little bit of an internal frame to it because it can transform into a sweet Rave Rider mode. Rave Rider.
Rave Rider.
No, it can transform into a Wave Rider mode, but like the part separation isn't great, so I've already painted quite a bit of it. It's just little stuff like the back of the wings needs some yellow and it needs some red or whatever, the usual stuff pretty much. But aside from that, the articulation, it is not great because it is a transforming kit, so it has to...
Is it a brick?
It's a brick.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it looks great. And because at GCON I also picked up a kit. I contemplated for literally days on what to buy. So I picked up a MG Freedom 2.0 and
Oh yeah.
yeah, so that's my
Have you
next
started
build.
that
That's
yet?
on the horizon.
Okay, right.
But the Saviour was a really nice kit, and to complement it, I've got the Freedom now. So, I'm just really happy to have a kit that is nice and I can build just like that. And it's not very much hassle to make it look good. So I am painting some of the details in there. I'm doing a little bit of light weathering, but that's about it.
My issue with the Saviour is I don't like the weird pointy antenna thing it has. The big white horn.
Well,
That just looks weird to me. Because it's so big, like, in comparison to the head.
Does it do anything? Does it conceal a gun?
no. It's just a horn. It's just,
Does this headbutt people? Just rams into them?
it pulls a Zeta.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It just looks out of place to me. But, hey.
You never know
whatever.
when it'll save you.
Yeah.
Save your ass. Damn, I should have said that. That's probably better. Or is it worse?
We're not cutting it. But no, I mean the head looks fine to me. I mean, it's one of the best designs out of those entire T series. So I'm glad that I have it finally because it was restocked on Banzai, and I bought it pretty much immediately because I'd been looking on Mandarake and shipping with that was like 45 quid, and I was like, do I really want it for that much? But no, £14 delivered Banzai Hobby. Thank you very much, friends.
Sweet.
We are not sponsored by Banzai Hobby.
No, but,
I am.
we wouldn't say
I don't think
say
anyone
no.
is. They surely don't turn a profit.
I've been taking
Banzai
some-
Hobby?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but you forget how cheap Gunpla is in Japan, is the
That's
thing.
true.
Yeah.
How could I forget?
Have you guys noticed the post-Brexit, Brexit hasn't happened, but the
Oh,
increase
yeah.
is
Well,
the
it
prices have
essentially
gone
has.
up. Yeah.
We're not a politics podcast. I wasn't really getting into that there.
Yeah.
But yeah, totally. It has like edged up a little, isn't it?
Yeah, I
it
think
has.
the Barbados is now at £6 instead of 5.
Oh shit.
Oh god damn it! You know what? I actually bought another kit from Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What'd
It
you
was
get?
on there. I got the Barbatos Lupus
Oh yeah, cool.
from IBO Season 2. I'm really surprised. Like, the selection's kind of growing on Prime. I'm really surprised to see it. So, like, I think I've said it before, but we had a few RGs. And they're getting a few more HGs in. So, like, the Astaroth from Iron-Blooded Orphans is on there as well. And
Yeah.
some of the HG kits are on there. And actually, like, there's also a Hyakushiki 2.0 and a Neo Zeon.
Really?
So,
Really?
on
A Neo
Amazon
Zeon?
Prime. Yeah.
Really?
How much are they though?
It's pretty reasonable considering you get it one day delivery and it's already, no customs or anything like that.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I bought the Barbatos for £12 delivered, which isn't
Shit.
bad.
Oh, that's good.
No, that's great.
Yeah.
For one day delivery, that's
The
nothing.
Hyakushiki was, I think it was £59, and the Neo Zeong is £300. So
Oh well,
Yeah.
that's, yeah.
Like that. The thing with the Hyakushiki is it's more expensive than other master grades of a comparable size because it's all plated.
Yeah.
and at a
So,
certain point, it becomes cheaper just to get it from here instead of getting it from
Yeah,
Japan
yeah,
because
yeah.
you don't have to
Yeah.
deal with the customs or anything like that.
Yeah,
So
like
when
I got my Hyakushiki from Banzai Hobby, I think. But the problem is that they only kind of dodge customs if you're using SAL, and if you've got if you order big kits from there, you can't use SAL. So I got hit by. So I think I only paid like £45 for the kit, but then I got hit by customs, so it took it up, to however much. So yeah, it wasn't worth it in the end. Let's move on to some new kit news, shall we?
New
Before
kit
we do.
news.
We're not doing Enya anymore. Before we do, I'll just mention GCON. Some of you who avidly follow us on the social medias,
Which is loads of
or just listen to the podcast, will know that we said we were doing a live show at GCON, the Gunpla convention. That happened. It was good. Unfortunately, the audio was basically unusable. Just wasn't good enough. Unfortunately, we didn't really feel comfortable releasing it. So Soz, if you were there, you got a really exclusive show. You got to see us all dance.
Yeah.
You got to see us all swap clothes.
Yep.
We did a little kind of role-playing bit.
Yeah.
One of us flew a real Gundam around.
That was
for a
Yeah,
bit.
yeah,
it
Brilliant,
was. Yeah, and that was only in the first 5 minutes. So, we had a kind of Gundam bake-off as well.
Yeah, it was absolutely amazing. It was 3
Yeah.
days long as well.
Yeah, that's the thing. Our live podcast actually lasted for longer than the
Yeah, we took
convention.
the after party to Glastonbury,
Yeah, yeah.
which is very strange.
But yeah,
Somebody wasn't even
unfortunately,
on, but it was rammed.
the audio is crap.
Yeah.
So you'll
and the
never
video
hear
died
it.
as well.
Yeah.
So like,
Oh yeah, that's a good point. We did
yeah.
take video as well, but it ran out like halfway
Sorry
through.
about
we
that.
were falling with poor luck there. But if you were there, thanks for coming down. And if you weren't, then
Fuck off.
yeah.
まだ怒りに燃える星があるなら
Let's talk about some new kits. So
Right.
we've already talked about the Barbatos Lupus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Will has got one here.
I've got it here.
I honestly, I'm.
Box art.
I have one here as well. Oh my god.
Alright.
I'll say I did order this before the series had started.
Yeah.
Which is fine because it was like £6.
You've got
Yeah.
it.
Huh?
You've got it.
I've got it,
You do a
yeah.
podcast about Gunpla.
Yeah.
You simply got to do it.
I also got the options set, which I'm a bit.
That's pretty
sort of-
cool.
It's pretty
Was
cool.
that off Amazon? Well, no, you got these off Banzai Hobby. Yeah,
So option set and the kit itself delivered came to like £11 or £12.
that's pretty
That's
safe.
it.
I like that it comes with the wee little mobile worker.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
Do you have to paint that?
you do. Everything's one colour. Even
Oh,
the hands, which is the main reason I ordered this.
yeah,
It's
the
got,
fucking Ava hands.
like claws.
Yeah.
And he uses it in the new episode. It's amazing.
Oh, it's a
I haven't seen that.
It's a very cool moment. I feel like this is the Barbatos is refined now. Like
Yeah.
it went through all these changes in the first season.
This is the first Barbatos design I really like. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to get this kit.
It comes with a big
I want
fucking
100
sword.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
as good as the mace, I got to say. But
Weird dinosaur looking.
But you get
I fucking
two
love that
maces with the option set.
oh, you
Oh,
do.
right.
Oh, you do.
And you get the underarm like shotgun thing.
Oh, that thing's fucking sick.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's like £2 £5 something.
Yeah.
Really good.
You just might as well buy it, really.
Yeah. The only thing is, I kind of hope they don't do more.
Oh, they will.
But they definitely
They
will.
will.
Like,
Definitely
they're going to have
At
to,
least- like how many in the first season?
There were like 7 variations
Yeah.
in the first series, yeah.
And they were all sort of minuscule,
Tiny
bits, like, oh, he's
changes.
got an extra elbow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even like it by the end. I preferred the original.
Yeah, so I
yeah.
didn't like that form he used in the final episode of the show, to be honest. What was
Yeah.
it, Form 6? Form 8? Something like
I
that.
thought that was 7. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was never too taken with any of them in the first series. But I do really like this one. It feels a bit more complete now.
You know,
Yeah, definitely.
I think
I don't know why.
another sort of new kit there is, I'm not sure if it's on the show notes or not, but it's the Gujin Rebake Full City. And I only want to bring this up.
I got a
because-
lot. Is it actually called the Full City?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
I got
okay,
a lot of time
right.
for that.
It
It's
sounds
called
like a Guns
Full
N' Roses
City.
song.
But I
Yeah.
read an interesting theory about
Okay.
why it might be called Full City.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you know how, like,
Hit me with your theory.
the Japanese like to shorten words, like apartment is aparto and that kind of shit. So
Okay.
city is capacity. So Gujin Rebake Full Capacity. Gujin Rebake Full City.
Full cap, surely be doing
What's the
better.
capacity for? Like, what's it trying to contain?
It's trying to contain how many guns it can hold at one time, clearly. Because it can hold 4 of that shit at once.
The
Fair
Great
enough.
British Rebake Off.
See, that would be a better name. But
Hmm.
Bandai or Bandai. Arseholes.
More like bad die.
Okay, what's next?
Yes.
The Hugo? I don't really know anything about this. Is this from IBO?
This is
Yeah.
from IBO.
So this has not been in it? Yes, it has. It was in the last episode.
I've only seen the first episode, so I have not seen it.
Metal Gear.
It looks
That's
like
all-
Oh, this is the
Sahelanthropus.
this is the Metal Gear Rex looking one, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
It does look kind of cool, but I mean, I won't be buying it.
It looks cool, but yeah, it's not really what I look for in Gunpla.
So that is the pirate guys, like the main pirate guy.
pirate leader, yeah.
It's called Hugo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
It's like his
Because
son
if you-
or something.
If you, it
okay.
makes it says to the enemies, if you mess with me, I'll make Hugo,
Hugo,
to the
yeah.
grave.
Oh,
That was extremely laboured.
That's pretty good, actually. I enjoyed that.
Oh, thanks.
Um,
It's like karaoke. You joined in.
But yeah, like this. I mean, this is genuinely a Metal Gear, isn't it?
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
It is a Metal Gear.
Just paint it all grey. It's,
Yeah.
it'll be in the next.
The
I really-
Japanese for it is actually just Hugo and not Hugo.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, I don't like the heels. I don't like the torso. I like the weird weapon it has, and I like the head. But
Yeah,
Stuff
I reckon if it had different legs and feet, I'd be more on board.
yeah,
But it's just a bit weird. But we sort of we've not really seen much of it in the show, so looking forward to sort of seeing what it can do.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll probably never be in it again.
No. Next, we have My Wet Dream, the Master
yes.
Grade Gym Sniper 2. Oh, daddy. 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 Yeah, I mean, as you all probably know by now, I like the gyms.
What does GM stand for?
It doesn't.
General Motors.
No.
Gundam Man.
Gundam.
Gundam Man.
So
Gunpla Malub.
the kits I bought at GCON actually are a pretty good example of the shit I like. So I got the SD version of the Z Gundam from Hathaway's Flash, which is big, bulky, covered in guns, enormous.
What do you call it? A G?
It's spelled XI.
Oh, right.
Z, I don't know.
Okay.
Cushy.
Yeah, it's enormous. Like, you know, the SD is the only kit they've ever made of it. At least Bandai. They're knockoffs. And then I also got a high grade gym custom because I fucking love gyms.
Oh,
Yeah.
that gym custom looks so nice.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to building that. So yeah, so as a man who loves gyms, Gym Sniper 2 Master Grade. I never saw this coming. I don't think
Yeah.
anyone did.
Well, actually,
No.
how many times are you going to say
right,
"well,
okay.
actually" in this podcast?
Yeah.
Agent.
Yeah.
No, it was. You know when they revealed the Re 100 line, they had a bunch of
Yes.
different kits. Like the Kshatriya was on there.
The
they had a
G
couple of
Gundam
kits.
was on there. Yeah.
Yeah, the Gym Sniper 2 was actually on that list of kits to
Was
be
it?
made into a Re 100. So at
this
some
is better,
point they
surely.
said
Yeah,
fuck
yeah,
it
yeah.
and turned it into an MG.
Let's do a master. Well, I mean, the thing is that there already exist so many master grade gyms that I guess it's not much of a stretch to really change a few bits and yeah. So, but I've got the high grade of this, which is actually quite a new kit, only a few years old. But I will definitely be buying this as well. Like,
I bet it shares some runners with another master grade gym.
Oh, absolutely.
2.0
absolutely.
probably.
Yeah, no doubt. But yeah, I'm all for this, and my end goal with this, or my hope, is that it leads to version 2.0s of the Alex and the Camphor.
Well, that would be good.
You
So
can
we can
keep
have
on living that
ourselves-
dream. You can keep
Yeah,
on
I
hoping.
know.
That's going to happen when the RG Ground Gundam happens.
I just want new master grades of every kit from War in the Pocket, basically.
That would be
I want
sweet.
Bernie's Zaku 2 FS?
FC.
Yeah. Anyway,
Comes with a
Yeah.
little hamburger.
we've
So free
soon.
McDonald's voucher inside the box.
we've got a P Bandai exclusive from a little show called Seed Destiny. The Sword Impulse Gundam Revive.
All right.
P-Bandai
Time for
Revive.
Sam to kick off.
Excuse me. The
Bandai
Sword
Revive.
Impulse is the first Gundam, one of the first Gundams I ever saw, and I ever
Yeah.
really, really liked. Right?
Yeah.
I tried to kit bash an MG Sword Impulse back in. It is trash now. Like somewhere
There is a master grade of this kit,
there is a
isn't there?
master grade.
Yeah,
However, like it's such a cool kit, right? And the Revive Impulse looks great. It uses the sort of redesigned master like the MG proportions instead
Yeah.
of like the sort of dorky show ones. And like that backpack is so cool. I mean, the two twin swords that can like be put together, like it makes no sense. It would be such a popular kit. And like we've seen with the actual original version of the Sword Impulse, they had a regular release of that kit, and yet they're putting the Sword Impulse Revive on P Bandai, and it's going to cost me like 30 quid when I inevitably crumble and buy it. Like,
Yeah, it
so-
is nonsense. It is the fact that this had a high grade release that was released like everywhere,
Yeah,
and yet the Revive is P Bandai is kind of bullshit.
They've definitely stepped up the P Bandai, haven't they?
Oh yeah,
for
absolutely.
Because like the Ryusei frame
Gold
Shiden
frame, yeah.
from Iron-Blooded Orphans is it's basically like a custom red version of a grunt suit with
Yeah.
a smiley face on it or whatever. That's P Bandai this year, but
Yeah.
last year the equivalent from the first series wasn't.
Yeah.
So it's like what's going on?
I don't know what they're doing. I don't know. It could be
It's-
some sort of weird.
I mean, I know exactly what they're doing. They're trying to make more money.
True.
Yeah.
I mean
like,
that P
they're opening up
Bandai
the
international
internationality of
thing's
it.
happening, but
Yeah, but even
they only
that's
have like
kind
certain
of
kits and not others. Like
Yeah.
I can't go out and buy, say, like the Turne Shin from there at all. Like, it's like, oh, 00 RG Trans Am colours, hey! But who wants that? Like, I want the Pale Rider. I want, like, you know.
I kind of want that.
But the thing is, you look at something, you look at something like Games Workshop, and they have to increase their prices because demand is going down. But demand for Gunpla is arguably higher than it's ever been, to the extent that
absolutely.
they're printing instructions in English now in the manuals because it's just, you know, it's more popular worldwide than it's ever been. So that's not the reason. It's just they're going to push it until they can get away with it, until they reach the kind of tipping point, basically, I
But
think.
we have no means to order. Well, not through official channels.
The
No.
weird, like, buyer services, like official Bandai.
They started that recently,
But
yeah.
they had like one shit fucking model on there, and it was just piss. So
Yeah.
I mean,
I
the
saw a
real
lot of that
lesson
section,
here.
Field of Vitriol.
The real lesson here is to go on Facebook.com, like Samuel Decal, and he will ship all your P Bandai to you straight from Hong Kong for reasonable prices.
Oh, he does P Bandai as well.
Yeah, he does
man,
P
that
Bandai
guy's
Hong
good.
Kong, so you can actually put in a pre-order with him. But it's like a mail order service, and you can get pretty much any decal
Yeah.
for any kit, water slide and cut from him as well, and
Yeah.
as well as knockoff kits. Well, knockoff.
I was gonna
and-
buy the. Is it Mechanicore? Are they a third-party manufacturer?
Yeah. So
I
they
was-
have the
I was-
mechanical Kashi.
Yeah, I was gonna buy the She and the Penelope from him.
Oh boy.
And then I kind of got cold feet because I'm like, actually, hang on, this is going to take so much work to make look nice. Like, those kits can look real good, but they come in a bit of a state. Like,
I mean, they're getting better as of recent. I mean, that Dragon Momoko strike I made was really good. And I don't know if you've seen, but I think I might have tweeted it out from the Gunpla Club account, but they're doing, like, some sort of place are doing a conversion of the 1/100 Barbatos to the high resolution version, and that looks pretty fucking sweet.
That looks cool.
I want to see like more of that, more like redesigns of kits and things like that, rather than just ripping off Bandai. Like third-party guys have gone a long way. There's like a Cubely that looks amazing. There are quite a few kits, and they do take a little bit more work than the normal ones do. But after you reach a certain sort of level, when you're not just snapping, like you're starting to paint a little, add sand, then you're fine, really, with any of those kits.
There's a third party 1/100 Kshatriya, which is like utterly ridiculous for how big it is.
I know exactly what you're talking about, and that Kshatriya is called the Ellen Kshatriya.
Okay.
And that is pretty much impossible to find now. They had a super limited run, and now it goes for silly amounts of money.
Okay, and the last new kit on our list today is a new real grade. I say a new real grade. It's a sort of new real grade. It's no, go on. What do you think?
Is it the RG Ground, Sam?
It's not the RG Ground. It's the RG 00 Gundam, but the 7-sword version, not the Riser.
It's P Bandai.
It is P Bandai. Oh, well, fuck that then. See you later. I prefer the Riser anyway, to be honest.
What was the 7-sword from?
You see, it is in 00 at some point.
Is it?
Yeah, but I mean, it looks. I think so.
Something about
it looks the fucking same. It just doesn't have a plane on its back.
I don't remember that massive sword.
Yeah. I prefer the Riser. So fuck this shit.
I was trying to decide because I watched 00.
Yeah.
And I was like, RGX here. But before I had time to order that, I watched season 2, and I'm like, I kind of like the Riser.
I prefer the 00 Riser to the Exia. The Exia to me is too skinny and there's not much to it. The 00 Riser's got that heft that I desire.
Twin GN drives.
Yes.
I quite like the skinniness of it.
Yeah.
Reminds me of myself.
To each their own.
No, it's just like a bit more nimble and I don't know. It seems a bit more suited to Setsu's fighting style.
I like the 00 because I like the Exia because it looks less refined than the 00 does. I mean, the 00 likes to have lots of smooth edges and lots of curves and things like that, but the Exia just looks a bit more raw, and that's what I like about it. I also don't like the massive fucking plane hanging off the 00's back.
Oh, frankly. I like the plane.
I hate the 00 Riser so much.
Oh, it's cool.
Well, are you saying that the kits sort of struggle to stand up because it's so sort of back heavy?
Well, the HG did. I'm not sure about the MG or anything else. Well, I had a HG and a 00 Riser, and it didn't go well. There's actually a cool conversion kit out there called the XN Riser, the Sun Riser, if you will.
No.
That you could only get with a copy of, like, I think it was Hobby Japan, like in 2008, and I got that.
Okay.
But I think they do like a 1/100 version of that now, and you can probably find it like a knockoff version of that. But if you can find it, the XN Riser comes with 2 massive swords, and it's cool. It's really cool. So much better than normal 00 Riser. God damn it.
Okay, well, should we take a break? Yeah. And then we'll come back with some anime chat.
Anime chat from 4 lovely boys.
Indeed. Well, 3 lovely boys insane. We are back with the Gunpla Club. We're going to talk about some animes because we're cool kids who like the cartoons. Will, you watched the non-OVA version of Unicorn?
Unicorn, yeah.
The normal version, I guess.
I've been calling it 0096.
Yeah,
it sounds cool. Like, Callum, did you watch this as well?
I did, yeah.
So,
Is it exactly the same?
Yes.
Right, okay.
Like,
So
as
there's
far
no
as
point in me watching it at all then.
No, me neither.
Well,
Cool.
I quite enjoyed just watching it again because it's
Yeah.
really, really good. The pacing did feel weird because some episodes would finish like in amidst chaos, and you're like, oh, that feels weird to finish there. So you did get a sense for that. As far as I can tell, it was the same. They had little catch-ups at the beginning of each episode.
Yeah, which
and-
gradually grew like really
Yeah.
long.
They were like 3 minutes at
Yeah.
one point. But actually, I think what that did was that helped explain what was going on. Because every episode you're like, this is where we are. Because in the original,
Yeah.
you didn't really have much narration.
Yeah.
And now you're like caught up at each episode. Because I feel it did get a bit complicated towards the end of Unicorn. You know, what's going on?
Yeah, that's the first time I've watched Unicorn as well. So it was
Oh, was
very, yeah, it was quite confusing. There was a lot of just like, who's doing what?
Yeah.
What is he doing? What?
And they sort of like team up and switch sides, and Budgie Boy is like with different people, and you're like you get a bit confused. Such a good show though. Like despite being broken up into 26 parts, it's really really good.
Yeah.
It looks amazing as well.
Oh,
yeah.
it's stunning.
Unicorn is cool.
I'd even say like if you could watch it as a first Gundam.
Oh,
You don't have the heritage of the original series, but it's such a good show.
Yeah, you could, but again, I think you gain so much from watching the shows that led up to it.
yeah.
True.
One of the great things about Unicorn is how well it uses the history of the Universal Century that has led up to that point.
It's surprising how much of Double Zeta it uses.
Yeah, man.
What's her name?
the Dryzen?
Kshatriya.
Merida
Merida.
Cruz.
Merida.
Yeah,
Merida Cruz.
Period
Is
12. Yeah.
Puru clone.
Yeah.
And like if you like that is so like such a big deal, but if you hadn't seen Double Zeta, which a lot of people say just to not bother with, it's like you've completely lost this from the show.
Well, the Kshatriya itself is kind of an evolution of the Queen
Palace
Mantha,
Athene.
which was from Double Zeta.
Yeah.
Not the Palace Athene, say it.
I am
you
wrong.
noob.
I realised I
You
was wrong.
noob. Yeah.
Even
would
the
take-
inclusion of Maneva Zabi is quite very,
Yeah.
very UC.
Yeah.
That's a deep
Yeah.
cut.
If you hadn't seen,
Yeah.
if you didn't know the sort of.
Plus, all that shit with Char's ghost and all that nonsense at the end. So
I have to rewatch that bit so many times. I find it so like it's kind of emotional, but it's really good. It's like
yeah,
oh my god.
yeah.
Always going on about this box as well, man.
Yeah.
And then it's
Oh my
like,
God.
it's not a box, it's like a fucking tablet, and then it's like it's an iPad. I'm like, fucking hell, man.
What I would say is though is if you haven't seen Unicorn, just watch the OVAs.
Yeah?
Because, yeah, it's better paced, I think.
Okay.
And if you love it so much that you want to watch it again, you could probably watch the episodes. But
Yeah.
it was nice to have it sort of to watch every week. Just
I wouldn't want to have binge watched it. Is the thing.
No.
Like I normally do with like kind of historic Gundam shows, but
I guess
it was good to have on a Sunday morning.
Speaking of shows to watch on a Sunday,
Nice.
That was
Nice.
a good segue.
did
Yeah.
you like that?
Yeah, Iron-Blooded Orphans Season 2. Now, I've only watched the first episode,
Sure.
whereas I think the rest of you are all up to date.
Yep. There's been 3
There's
episodes.
been
at the
3,
time of
yes,
recording.
as we record.
because we
I
are
thoroughly enjoyed.
professionals.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed the first episode. It was kind of a kind of catch up, like this is where we are now, kind of
time
thing.
skip sort of thing.
Yeah, but hey, that's fine, and I just really appreciate how fucking manly it is. Like
Oh, yeah.
the episode ends with a bunch of dudes with their shirts off, fucking screaming and fucking fighting people,
And
and
Mika just drops from
Yeah.
space. It's like, no bother, just
it drops from space and batters some prick. Like, yeah, it's
Whereas previously he'd just been like sleeping in garages and
Yeah,
shit. Nothing.
what I love is he's like, because he's dropped from space, he like breaks the Gundam, and it's like it's just been up in space being like upgraded for months, and it's like fuck it, smash it into the
Well,
earth,
it's
into the
a running
Mars.
joke, isn't it, that Mika just constantly breaks the Gundam, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like
That's why they have to
he's
sell
always
new
out of
kits
fuel,
every
always fucked
Yeah.
up. That's just his sort of signature, isn't it?
Oh no, better buy the new model kit. He's broken the last one.
yeah, it's just fucking cool, man. Like
Oh yeah.
it's interesting in that it's less obviously anti-war than a lot of Gundam shows, and it's more just fucking action show, like time for some dudes with big muscles to fucking fight each other, and that's fine. That is okay.
Is our Tekkadan and, you know, their parent company, Teiwa's, are they the baddies? Are they the real bad? Are they... Make you
no, because they're the main characters.
Yeah.
I don't think they make the main characters the baddies.
Yeah.
But like the whole first episode was just like, yeah, everyone saw how Tekkadan was using child soldiers, and now they're all using child soldiers. I guess.
Yeah. Well, I like that. I like that
But
it's not black and white. But
And the way Olga's talking is just like, it's all sort of like, yeah, I'm just gonna get where we want to go as quickly as possible. I'm not really gonna give a shit about what happens. Until then.
Yeah.
What I love about the show is you really get a sense for the mechanical workings of the show. When a mobile suit flies past the screen, you hear like the whirring engine, and you really feel like they sort of connect when they hit each other. Like you hear the metal crunching and breaking. And
That's really cool.
I noticed that when I was watching the last episode, and I just felt like not many shows do that, or at least that I've noticed.
Well, in this last episode, Sam mild spoilers, but like
through
the whole episode, like mobile suits are being resupplied and like things are happening, and like the mechanics are just going like, again, are you kidding me? And I find that really cool because I can't remember the last show that had like people were resupplying mid-fight to just go back out there. Like that's a really cool thing. That
It's
not
always
many
been
other
like,
places do.
I'm recharging Trans Am. How long have I got left for this beam to fire? So it's always
no
very
beams in the IBO.
No, I think that's what makes it good. To be honest, the no beam thing makes it so great.
I think it would be good regardless, but it's a cool little touch. I think
It's a very different Gundam to the previous million series.
compared to something like Sea Destiny, which is a super robot show.
Yeah.
Like,
and I look forward to spaffing my super robot.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
It's too good. I want to bring up one bit that I really liked was where after Mika gets back from that fight where he sort of breaks the Barbatos, the engineer's like, how do you find the lupus, man? And he's like, lupus? Fuck you on about? Barbatos is Barbatos. And you're just kind of like, yes! Yes! He doesn't give a shit.
He doesn't care.
He's a Barbatos.
Doesn't give a
off.
fuck. Yeah.
Wicked.
And we all love the girl in the first episode who just eats a butterfly.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I don't know.
As someone who's only seen the first episode, that did leave me
Juliana or something.
left me slightly confused.
Well, she's the kooky one.
Yeah, can't wait to see how she dies. Okay, so initial reaction is good.
Yeah.
I mean,
early doors, but positive.
Great.
IBO is really good.
Callum has recently finished Gundam Wing.
Yes.
And wants to talk about it.
Yes.
I'm gonna leave the room.
Why? What's wrong?
Fucking hate Gundam Wing. Gundam Wing.
It's
I
fine.
just don't like Gundam Wing. I don't like any of the designs in Wing aside from the tall geese. And it's nah.
That's very true, though. I don't really like the suit designs in it.
Not even the Sandrock. I love the Sandrock.
I like the Sandrock and the tall geese. That is it.
Yeah, same.
That's pretty much the
Maybe it's nostalgia for me because I love every mobile suit in that show.
like the Wing Zero, which is sort of kind of, I couldn't tell you what it's got anymore. Just
even
it's
your
just
Shenlong.
so normal.
Well, a couple aside, just like the Leo, the Cancer, the Heavy Arms with just every gun ever.
The Heavy Arms is pretty good. I'll give you
Tall
that.
Geese. I love that show, but it's been a
Endless
while.
Waltz was much better for it because they sort of just redesigned them all in a mental way. Like the Wing Zero has wings.
Yeah.
And it's like, yes, that's cool. But in Endless Waltz you hardly see the mobile suits at all, which is really strange. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a little bit messy at the start. It was kind of hard to keep up with and a bit all over the shop, but it kind of really pulled it together with some, decent politics.
Ooh.
It was like quite good geopolitical sort of stuff, and this whole idea of aiming for just absolute pacifism and all that was kind of, at the start it was just like, don't be daft, this is going to get silly, but it kind of hooked me in quite a lot.
I mean, a lot of people will be familiar with it because it's one of the shows aired on Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was on Toonami.
Which is where I saw it.
Yeah, it's the first Gundam I was ever exposed to, and I remember not understanding anything.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
I was like, I mean, the robots are cool, but I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
I don't think I even
makes
watched it in order, which is
No,
it's
me
probably
neither.
more than 10 years ago as well. So I need to revisit it.
I remember
I'm
Hero
glad
and
you say that.
Relena being real sad, and that's about it. And then Gundam's fight.
Relena is amazing because she's like, first she's at school, and then Hero comes to school and says he'll murder her, and then she's just like, I like that guy. And then she becomes like some sort of mascot for peace. And then she becomes the queen of the entire earth. And then somebody swans in and goes, I'm taking over, cheers for that. And then she just, like, the same day, she's just back in normal clothes, getting a taxi out of the palace. It's fucking mental. So, like, stuff like that. That's over the course of, like, 7 or 8 episodes as well.
Yeah.
It's absolutely ridiculous. But like that's entertaining for me. I really like stuff like that. It's just so daft.
Yeah, I think it's fine. I think it's
great.
it's certainly not one of the worst Gundam shows.
Yeah, I love the little cabal of Gundam engineers as well that made all the Gundams.
Yeah.
They're just like so oddly differently drawn as
Yeah.
well. They're all like stupid. Like one guy's small, he's got a huge nose and huge hair. One guy's really tall, he's got no eyes. It's just so daft.
And that's how the Death Side Hell was made. Someone with no eyes built it.
But yeah, I totally enjoyed it, and Endless Waltz not as much as I thought I would, because I kind of watched it pretty quickly after I watched Gundam Wing, but there just wasn't much in it. But well worth seeing anyway because of the redesigned Verka kits.
Yeah, those are some interesting redesigns.
Yeah,
I'm not a big fan of the prototype Wing Zero with the actual wings.
Yeah,
That's a bit much.
see now I'm thinking I kind of am into it.
Nah, that's
I saw the
much.
RG and I was like,
Yeah, see that's something I'm thinking about.
See,
now.
my favourite version of the Wing is the original Wing, not the Wing Zero. I like, because you know the Wing Zero has the kind of curved wings, whereas the original Wing has like the flat ones. I dig the flatness. But yeah,
the fuck off. Epion.
Oh, Epion's
Yeah.
nonsense.
Oh, really?
Epion is the
Disgusting.
fucking edgelord suit for dickhead edgelords. Yeah.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be
What a
allowed.
piece of shit.
Horrible.
Fuck the Epion. If anyone listening likes the Epion, check yourselves.
We've just lost half our listeners.
Yeah.
Bunch of Epion apologists.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
No, Sandrock is the best Gundam
Sandrock
from
is
that show.
cool.
And Tallgeese is the best overall suit.
That's cool as well.
Tallgeese
me
is
some
pretty cool,
Tallgeese.
I admit.
Okay.
So yeah, Gundam Wing, good.
Yeah.
Good.
What else? Thunderbolt. Has anyone been watching Thunderbolt? I haven't. I've weirdly I've read the manga like up to
Which
date.
is coming out again.
It is. It's getting an English release.
Yeah,
Yeah.
December
Yeah.
1st for the first volume.
I recommend it. It's real good. It's really well drawn. Like
It is.
Is it in colour?
no. It's a normal manga, but it like I think from what I've seen of the show, it does a good job of kind of aping that art style. But
Yeah.
like, trust me, look at some like scans of the manga or something because it's really good looking.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like you'd expect a Gundam manga to look.
Plus you can colour it in.
Yes, it's black and white, so you can colour it in.
Awesome. I'll print that out.
But yeah, who's been watching the show and or the movie? The movie is just
So?
a collection of the 4 episodes. Is
Yeah,
that right?
so
Is
the
it?
4 episodes were real short. So
Yeah.
they compiled it into an OVA. It was about an hour,
Yeah.
just over an hour long, called December Sky, and that added
That
a
is an
few
edgelord
scenes in
name.
there. And I didn't watch the first 4 episodes or however
Oh,
many.
sorry,
there
they
were.
added scenes.
Yeah, added
So
scenes.
the movie is actually the most complete version.
I need to watch
Yeah.
that then.
Okay.
So I read the manga. I'm completely up to date with it.
Yeah.
And I read that a few years ago while the Thunderbolt kits were originally being released.
Yeah, the high grade
And
ones.
then I've watched it just now, and it is up there, and like it is one of my favorites now. Like it is
great,
up
isn't it?
there, like a
Wow.
90s OVA, like sort of
Sure.
So
appreciation.
because it's quite short, the animation quality is like notably higher than any other Gundam series I've watched. You can tell they've really put a lot of detail into it.
Oh, it's insane.
Yeah.
I watched the series and the first episode came out on Christmas Day last
Did
year.
it?
Yeah, it was wicked.
Oh man.
Sorry, family. It's time for Gundam.
Sat there on Christmas morning like, wanna watch me some Thunderbolt?
It's like a little present from Bandai and Sunrise. It's very, very gritty, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like it's one of the first, probably on par with like War on the Pocket, where you're like, this is a bit grim. Like I don't want to be in this world.
I like that the Gundam pilot is a total prick.
Just a mad bastard.
Yeah,
He's just
a
dick,
nasty dude. Yeah.
He's an awful human being, and like in the scenes that it shows you in the show, like that comes across really well. He's just a complete and utter dredge of a human being. Whereas you look at the Xeon guy, and like you look at the Xeon guy, and he's like,
The dude with no legs. Yeah.
He's like, oh, he's got no legs. Oh man, he like has dreams of walking on the beach and shit.
Yeah.
You do sympathise with the Xeons. One of the few times I have. Oh, come on.
Freddy scum through and through, you know that.
There's a nice jazz number throughout the show
That
as
is
well.
cool, yeah.
Yep.
That's
great music.
Yeah, I know that's the bit that everybody kind of remarks upon. Oh, jazzy Gundam.
No, one of my favourite shots in Gundam ever is in that show, and it's a shot of, I think it's the full armor Gundam, like coming towards a Zaku, and it's like first person from the Zaku, and the Gundam is just going so fast that it can't fight it, and it slowly comes right up to the face and like, you know, kills the guy.
Gives him
And
a
that
kiss.
was just like, that gave me like little shivers. That was like, oh my god, like you can tell that shot has been in someone's head for a very long time. Until it actually happened. And that's what impresses me about Thunderbolt, is like the amount of consideration there is and the amount of time they have. Like they had 50 minutes to work with, and what do? They give us a completely like separate area of the Universal Century that we've not seen before. Like it's 1 year war, but you know, it's in like Thunderbolt sector, and it's all sort of weird and different. Like it's not like 8th MS Team or War in the Pocket, where you think, oh, what side is this on? You know, it's noticeably different to the rest of the Universal Century, and that's what I really like about it.
Without being too spoilery, the manga does eventually continue on past the 1 year war. So if we're gonna get
The 2 year war.
indeed, if we're gonna get more of this, then obviously we'll see that as well. But yeah, I will check that out, because I've been meaning to get around to watching that. I'll watch the movie. I didn't realise the movie actually added stuff rather than removed stuff.
Quickly want to mention MS Igloo.
Okay.
This is a strange one. No, I know.
I've never watched Igloo, but I know it.
I've
watched about half of it. It's kind of 3 series of 3 episodes. So it's like there's like one and 2 are sort of connected from what I understand, and then the second one, the last.
How long are they?
Like half-hour episodes.
Okay.
And
but it's all
all I really
CG.
know is the awful CG.
Yeah, it's like PS2 cutscene.
Yeah.
Like,
It's worse. The facial animation is the worst thing.
Really like that though. Like the first episode, I was like, "This is pretty funny," but like 15 minutes in, I was like, "This is really good." It's
the story
just-
decent? It's about Xeon soldiers, isn't it?
It's about Xeon. It's mostly about like testing weird mobile weapons and like the sort of lives that are lost to this, testing these like mobile suits, these mobile workers, like the tanks and shit they have. And the first 2, I'm halfway through the second one, is like the same story. So it's this Xeon ship that's got this captain that's sort of just like always wanting to retreat so that no one dies, and this young red-headed lady who's just like totally flippant and mental. It's brilliant. I really like it. I think it's great. It's just nice little contained stories of the Xeonic failure, of like these weapons that they sort of.
I mean, is it like one of those
prototype
documentaries
weapons.
of Nazi Germany when they're like testing mad
It
stuff?
does have like waving.
Hitler's like, bring me the spear of destiny.
But the biggest part about it is it's actually genuinely cool to see like big CG Zakus.
Okay.
Like cutting about really nicely, like because you know how we've got like the Origin now that it's all animated smoothly and it's all nice. It's nice to see like proper 3D models of Zakus. It's great. I kind of recommend it.
What is Igloo? Like, what's that?
I still don't know. I still have no idea. MS Igloo. I don't know. The Hidden 1 Year War. I think it's the first.
Yeah.
The first series, but yeah, I think it's worth a watch. I'd watch a million other things first, but
I mean,
this is something to have on as your side piece.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
For
been
want of a
about
better
10
term.
years since I've watched Igloo, so I don't remember
Yeah.
much of it. But I do get what you mean with the CG thing. Like,
it's
it's
pretty
nice
cool.
to see Gundams in CG, and
Yeah.
I think this
There's
isn't
a lot
an
of gems
anime,
in
or it's a game. So there was a game that came out about more than 10 years ago. It's for the PS2 called Climax UC, and at the time that charted from the 1 Year War all the way up to Char's counterattack in F91. I think it did Crossbone. I'm not sure. But there's this amazing opening intro, which is like my favorite 2 minutes of Gundam ever. Like if you no opening could do it justice. It's basically like it starts off with like a little weird like violin thing, and it's like shots of like empty homes and stuff, and it properly kicks in, and all the mobile suits come out, and like there's the Goof Custom like crashing down. You got the F91 gearing up, and it's just like. Oh, you just have to see it. I can't put it into words. It's just like, that gets me pumped. And they're all 3D modelled, and it's really nice. And it's kind of dumb, and I love it. But yeah.
Okay.
Same shit.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Speaking of games, though, I know that a couple of you have been firing back into Gundam Breaker 3.
Yes.
You've been loving
Yes.
it, Callum.
Yeah, well, I've been ill. Well, I've been back at work now, but last week I was ill for pretty much most of the week.
Yeah.
So I had a good old time sitting right on this beautiful butt of mine and decided to get back into Gundam Breaker 3.
Yeah.
It is a good kind of brainless game, isn't
Yeah,
it?
I mean, I would only do like 2 or 3 missions in a run, but I got really into it. I think that is a good game.
Yeah,
think that
I
has
agree.
some hidden depth to it.
Yeah, it does. Because
Uh,
where the depth comes in is the option parts. So, sure,
Yeah.
you have your main weapon and your beam weapon and
yeah, and
all
you've got
the
to
add-ons.
upgrade them. You've
But-
got to be upgrading.
Yeah, of course. You've got to be upgraded. You've got to pair merge package merge. There's entire trees of like upgradable things. Like you can upgrade this into this into this. And in the gameplay itself, like yeah, it's kind of Dynasty Warriors, but like in the option parts and what kind of like class of weapon you choose, like
Yeah.
a heavy beam rifle will be different to like the Goof Customs Gatling, and so will like an anti-ship sword to something else. But there is some real depth in there that I absolutely love, and I think a lot of people sort of gloss over. You
Yeah.
know, like the amount of care in that game is ridiculous. But yeah, Callum, do
Yeah.
go on.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I actually quite like the combat now as well. I kind of figured out the nuances of it and the
Yeah.
sort of takedown destructions, like the sort of when you like kill someone in a blow to the ground. You
Yeah.
get more points, which means you unlock shit easier. And yeah, I finished it the other night, so I finally moved on to getting master grade parts, and I did one mission and got some cookie master grade parts.
A master grade's bigger in the game. Like,
I think they are for your character. I
Right.
haven't played a mission with any master grade
Okay.
parts yet, but I will next episode.
yeah.
Be surely singing the praises, but like
I should
think
get
they're
back
just
into it.
pretty much higher level from Spawn.
Yeah. I should get back into it. It's
Yeah,
a
it's a
fun,
really good
fuck
multiplayer
around
game
kind of
too.
game, isn't it?
Good,
Yeah.
good multiplayer game. No,
Yeah,
like,
my
I've-
main is a full metallic unicorn with a Shenanju shield.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's alright. No, I've just made my new version. I can't remember what it's called, so I've just called it King Gundam. And I think it must be something dumb like the Victory's head with the Turn A mustache on it. And,
Yes.
and it's just carrying just like a shitload of weapons. It looks completely stupid. I just tried to put as many things on it as possible.
Yeah.
And oh man, I'm just tearing up. It's so fun to make a new like mobile suit with it as well. I've just made 3 and made sure they're all upgraded. And it's about maintaining that upgrade and knowing when to switch and what to use and what
nice.
mission. And I've been playing that on hardcore weirdly through the whole game,
Yeah,
and I
of
just
course, you
haven't
got it.
realised.
It's not that hard though.
No,
That's the
it
thing
isn't.
about it. Apart from the perfect grade machines are difficult when you
Yeah.
get to hardcore because they're
Yeah.
just pretty much one shot on you, so it's pretty annoying. But yeah, good game. I kind of want to buy it on Vita as well.
Oh,
It's not like cross save, is it?
It is. Yeah,
It
you can
is.
upload your save. Yeah.
Oh,
Very tempting.
you might as well
I
then.
looked at-
You might as
No,
well.
I looked on all the sites and that it's like 45 quid. I'm not paying 45 quid for a fucking Vita game.
I'm sure, like some other like game news. is that Gundam Versus for PS4 is
Yes.
they're doing some
Yes.
testing and some surveys in Japan, so you can go into
Right,
Namco's
listen.
offices and help improve the game.
Japan
What
time.
was I going to say? Yeah, I don't think we've mentioned it yet, but so Gundam. It's just called Gundam Versus at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is going to have an English translation released in Asia, just like Gundam Breaker 3 did. Whether or not it will make it over here as an official release,
It's been
we
heavily
don't know.
hinted.
yeah, but
Yeah.
whether it does or not, there is going to be an English version that you will be able to import pretty easily.
Feels like a bit of a reboot, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I think it is. I think it's going to have fewer suits than Extreme. Well, I mean, Extreme Versus has got so fucking many.
I
But
mean,
yeah, I think it is kind of a reset.
yeah, I think
new
it's like the new
console,
game.
yeah.
So like you had
Yeah.
Gundam versus Gundam, then you had Next and Next Plus, then you had Extreme Versus, which was the next one, and before that you had Rengo versus Zaft, and before that you had what was it, Gundam versus Zeta Gundam. So you know,
Before that, it was Super Mario Brothers
Yeah.
on the NES as well. That was before that one. Yeah.
Mario versus Bowser.
Yeah.
the inside story.
Time traveling
Yeah.
ninjas versus.
Saying, was Federation versus Xeon a member of that kind of sub-series?
that was
Or-
the
it
first
was?
one.
Okay. Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Because that's, as I've said before, that was the game that got me back into Gundam.
Yeah, so that was
around
the first.
14.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've still got my copy of that. I
know.
should whip it out and play it on the PlayStation 2.
No, you shouldn't. It's not aged well. Like,
alright.
I got into the Versus series from Rango versus Zaft on the PSP. I think I
Yeah.
talked about
Oh,
it
the
before,
Johnny
but that's a
Depp
super
film, yeah.
robust game. So,
Yeah.
got a PSP emulator on your phone, play it.
Can I ask what Ringo Starr is doing taking on
Peace and love.
taking on Zaft?
I think that just means like Federation or some shit from Seed. I don't know.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
it seems a bit much, I suppose. Like he's overcompensating perhaps for being the least
He's not even
talented
a-
member of
He's
the
not even the best drummer in the 1 year war.
Very true. Oh. Okay, right, let's do some features.
Should we have a quick break
Yeah, alright, fine.
so I can put some more like cool tunes in there?
Yeah,
And then,
alright.
cool.
Quick break.
See you in a minute.
Quick.
Cool.
Welcome back to Gunpla Club.
Welcome.
We've got a leaked script. I don't know how Will keeps getting his hands on them.
He does, doesn't he?
I'm a
It's,
slippery fellow.
This is apparently from a future episode of season 2 of Iron-Blooded Orphans.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I guess did this come in your Barbatos Lupus? You know,
Yeah,
just randomly.
Funnily enough, yeah, I just
Yeah.
ordered another kit from Banzai Hobby, and there you go.
Yeah. That's
Script.
strange. So there's 4 characters in this.
something in the water.
So I mean that works out quite well because there's 4 of us, isn't there? So
Oh wow.
coincidence.
That's
Yeah.
convenient.
Isn't it?
so Sam, you can be Mika because you're the shortest.
What?
Callum can be Orga because I guess you're the most responsible.
Are we
I
going
don't
that
know.
far? I'd
boss.
almost
Yeah.
go the opposite route.
Yeah.
But okay, I'll take it.
I'll be Akihiro because I mean I'm obviously, and Will can be Cordelia.
Good day, I never.
Hello.
Okay, shall I read this opening scene setting piece?
Do it.
Okay. The bold Tekkadan are at it again, hauling naughty cargo across the galaxy for some mafia geezer in a white suit. There's probably some politics too, I don't know. Join Mikazuki and Orga in the canteen of the Isaribi. They're having lunch. Yeah.
It's good to be back in space, isn't it, Mika? Earth's gravity was starting to have some serious ramifications with my mad hairstyle.
Orga.
Mika?
Orga.
Mikazuki?
Orga. Who should I kill next?
Huh?
What should I destroy next, Orga? Tell me.
Hold on, Mika. I think we can take a break from smashing everything up for a second and just enjoy the stew Atra put together for us. What's in it, by the way?
Akihiro walks into the canteen, a greasy smile on his face. That'd be the Saturday special. Human debris and Ein's Alaya Vinyaja tank fluid. Everything a young soldier needs. August's face turns the same colour as his hair. Lilac.
My favorite.
By the way, I noticed we picked up a spare Greys. Who'll be piloting this one?
Nobody. Mika wants to use it as a weapon for the Barbatos.
What? An entire mobile suit as a weapon? What are you going to do, Mika? Swing it around?
Yes.
You can't say swinging big things around hasn't worked for Mika before.
Kudelia walks in.
Ah, Kudelia.
Yes, it is I, Kudelia Eine Bernstein, and I am here.
Kudelia Allen Beardsley?
Kudelia Eine Bernstein.
Kudelia Eine Bernstein.
Kudelia Eine Bernstein.
Yes, it is I, Kudelia Eine Bernstein, and I am here to do important politics and... Hold on, why are you all topless?
Well, I guess we're just so used to having our Martian guns out all the time, so we forget we're supposed to wear clothes the rest of the time.
Right. Well, then when you're done flexing, we need some more staff for the kitchen. Can you manage that?
Well, actually, yes, we're about to welcome Biscuito's extended family on board to help out. Fig roll, Garibaldi, Jaffa cake, and custard cream will be joining us shortly.
An alarm screeches through the ship. It's Gallahorn. They tailed us.
Mika smash!
Right, lads, it's time to get your tops off.
You already have your tops off.
Oh yeah, I guess I forgot again.
I don't know what happened to Mikazuki halfway through. I just
I definitely didn't write that before the first episode had aired.
We definitely didn't write it at all.
It's a script we got from the...
Misdirection, I like it.
quite
Callum's
amazing.
also prepared something for us.
That was wonderful.
what's
well, you're so
this?
lucky to have received that.
Yeah, I don't know who your kind of insider is at fucking Sunrise or Bandai or whatever, but yeah, you got the hookup.
Yeah, weirdly it's all written in crayon. So.
Yeah.
I've prepared a feature for us, boys.
Ooh.
What's it called?
It doesn't have a name, but
Okay.
I'm going to call it the Name That Tune Drone Bucket.
Name that tune Drone Bucket.
Okay,
Cool.
so
Sweet.
what I've done
Wow.
here is I've perverted some OPs from a broad range of Gundam
Yeah.
series.
Yeah.
And what I've done is I've stretched them out
Turn them into drone
80
songs.
times.
Yeah.
And I'm going to play you an excerpt from those because they are 27 minutes long each.
okay.
And we're going to try and see if you can guess what they are.
You could probably release these as like a drone album and it would do alright.
I think you would, by the way, they're not bad.
Yeah.
It's quite good to listen to. Very relaxing.
Yeah.
So, for bonus points, and I'm not keeping score, name of the song.
Name
but
the song, yeah.
I would love if you could give me a series name. Here we go with the first one.
Okay.
Okay. Double O.
That's Double O.
Double O. Season 1
It's-
opening. Daybreak
That's
Spell.
definitely Double O. Yeah, it's Daybreak Spell. It's Daybreak Spell.
Ah, very good.
yeah, yeah.
That's quite good. Here's what it should be sounding like. It is, of course, Daybreak Spell by Elton John. Oh, wonderful.
I would love it if every Gundam opening was by Elton John.
That would be quite good.
Yeah. Actually, no. I'd prefer it if every Gundam opening was "Kiss from a Rose" by Seal.
That's true. That
Yeah.
would
That
not
would
be
work.
not a million miles away from most Gundam.
Kiss from a Rose and Zulu.
And here's the
Yeah.
second one, guys. Are you ready to get fucked?
Oh, fuck, what is that? I don't know. Say 'em, do you know?
Just a little bit from the end of something there.
Ah, I don't recognise that.
No?
No.
Ooh.
Delicious horns in there. Very nice.
I had no clue.
Something. No.
Well, here's what it should sound like.
Okay. Fuck's sake. Really?
It is, of course, Stand Up to the Victory by Men Behaving Badly's Martin Clunes. Name from...
Yeah,
It is,
God,
of course, the
Victory Gundam, yeah.
Opening from Victory.
I should have got
Gundam.
that.
That's wicked, that tune.
Yeah, well, Victory, both of the openings to Victory.
It's probably the only one I've got here that's worse stretched.
Yeah.
All right, here's another one, our third one. I've got 5, by the way.
Okay.
Just so you know.
Turning Gundam. Yeah.
I want to keep this going.
Proper meditative. Unfortunately, the version I've got doesn't have the old Brummy going turn.
No.
I know.
Fucking hell. You have to send that to me.
What is that anyway?
It's the stupidest fucking intro. It's so dumb. Turning Gundam.
Magnificent. Turning Gundam there by Pulp. Next, our 4th entry in this very, very cool series. Let's do it. Stretched.
Oh. Is it Gundam Wing?
It is!
Very
Just
good.
communication, innit?
Extra points for saying knowing the name. Just communication. Of course, sounds like this. Oh, we're grooving. We're going. Let's go. Just fly beat communication. Oh, what a hit there. I'm gonna put it out. Just Communication there by Avril Lavigne.
I do want to watch Wing again now.
Yes,
Yeah.
good tunes in that
Yeah,
series.
yeah.
And alright, moving on to our last one.
Is it Anime Janai?
I'm gonna play the whole thing after you did that.
Yeah, it definitely is. Yeah, it definitely is. But how could it be anything else?
Oh boy.
It is, of course, Anime Janai.
Yeah.
There we go. A massive hit for Ace of Base. Anime Janai.
Oh my god, I would kill to listen to a fucking Ace of Base cover of
And
Anime.
that is all we have time for here on Callum's Funky Drone Bucket Piss
boy.
Pile. Thank you very much for playing. I think you did very well there. What
We
was
did
it?
alright.
did-
We got
did
all
get
of them
victory.
except Stand Up to the Victory.
To be fair, that's understandable. It is a bit of a racket. But yeah.
Stand Up to the Victory.
I'll maybe upload those to a SoundCloud. It's,
I want that Turn A one.
Mammoth. Yeah, it's good stuff. Very meditative.
Should we do some Twitter questions, boys?
Yeah, let's take it to the bridge.
Okay, Mega Slippers asks, thoughts on MG Buster?
Well, that's based on the strike frame, and that's pretty good. So I guess.
Yeah.
Tell you what, mate. You're based on the strike
I
frame.
do like, again, of Seed and Seed Destiny's myriad designs, I do enjoy the Buster Gundam. So,
It looks a bit like Heavy Arms.
yeah, it is. That's the most similar, like, connection. Lots of guns, lots of missile pods. I like the colours as well, because it's not just your standard blue and red and white. It's green and red and white, so yes. But none of us have actually built it, I think, which is probably what he was really asking.
Right. Well,
Yes, so we do all like the way it looks. Jeremy
that's
Garner
usually more than enough.
at Boomwolf97 asks, what was a kit that sucked to build but was worth it in the end because it looked that good?
Anything with funnels.
Yeah, that's an accurate, yeah.
RG Shinanju. Although, probably still not worth it because the pain of making it was that great.
Was that bad? Yeah.
Oh, it was so bad. But now we don't have to touch it. I'm kind of cooled down on it. Looks
Yeah.
cool. I'm going to be shelf.
I'm with saying anything with funnels because it's just so monotonous.
It's ironic
Like,
that they're called
horrible.
funnels.
Yeah, they should be called boring.
For me, it's the Zeta, I think, because it just wasn't a nice
Oh.
build.
Yeah.
But it still looks, all right.
Okay. At John Mallison asks, what are your recommended tools of the trade? Well, you need
First,
clippers.
you got to buy some Gunpla.
Yep,
Oh,
Gunpla.
yeah.
Gunpla's important. You need a good set of clippers.
Absolutely.
You need a hobby knife.
And I'd recommend getting tons of blades.
Yeah, lots of blades because they will dull. I'd say that you need sandpaper, but
I would
know
say
Sam
don't.
doesn't use it.
What do you use? A file?
Sam just
No.
uses a knife.
I use
me too.
Yeah.
I rarely use the file.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, I never use a file, but I have a lot of sandpaper. I get through sandpaper quite quickly. What else?
Cotton buds.
Cotton buds, very
Cotton
important.
buds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. You can do a lot with cotton buds.
Apparently, you can get like craft cotton buds because the cotton buds I use are just like normal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
that's
unravel
Like,
really quickly.
Yeah,
yeah.
when you start getting particles of cotton on your.
Yeah.
your
I find
Yeah, and
toothpicks really helpful.
Interesting.
I use them for stickers, just like pressing them on.
Okay,
And,
see what I do for stickers is I use my knife to kind of get them off the thing,
Yeah.
and then I'll use a cotton bud to flatten them down.
Because I'm always
So-
worried about the fibres getting stuck on the.
Yeah, no, that is a real possibility.
That is real life horror.
But yeah, nippers and a knife. I mean, if you're coming at it from a real starting point of view, that's all you really need, I suppose.
Yeah.
What's some advanced shit though?
Yeah, what's some
Scriber.
advanced shit?
Sam, I know you use a scribe.
Yeah.
I use
Scribe?
I use a scriber. I use paint thinner. I use thinned paints.
Well, that just
I use a
mostly goes up
wash.
your nose, doesn't
Like
it?
those are pretty essential for a build. Anything like really needs that kind of stuff.
Like cement and glue come in handy.
Oh yeah. To me, extra thin cement is always
Extra thin cement. If you
delicious.
can find it. Again, sandpaper and
obviously
a
panel
pencil.
markers.
Like
Yeah.
a pencil, just a pencil. Like a pencil will go so far to get you what you want. Anything from weathering to like you can grind up the graphite to use as weathering powder.
You can write down a shopping list of Gunpla.
Like, yeah, totally. Or if you want to like sketch out some panels that you want to scribe or something like that, like a pencil, just have one at your desk. It's not hard.
Yeah.
There you go. Welcome to the Pencil Cast, a monthly podcast about pencils.
Sponsored by Ryman's.
Some questions from Facebook.
We'll get back to some more Twitter ones.
Yeah. Damien Taylor, essential tips for beginners, aka what I tell myself if I could go back to when I'd started.
Stop
not sure
if you
about
get
that.
bored.
Yeah,
It's,
don't
you know,
force it. Yeah, you will get bored, especially if you're building a bigger kit. Just do it when you feel like it.
Or tired. I often build in kits at like 2-3 in the morning.
Yeah,
And it gets to the point where you're like just cutting yourself by mistake.
I mean, the thing I'd probably tell myself if I could go back to when I started is stop twisting the pieces off the fucking frame.
Didn't.
Yeah. Going back and looking at my very first kit now is not fun. It is brutal.
No,
Yeah.
I've still got mine on the shelf. I would go
Advice?
back and tell myself, don't bother.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money.
It's a waste of time and money. Yeah.
if I could go back and say, stop trying to do stuff that you can't do yet. Like master the basics first before trying to kit bash, trying to use cement, trying to use putty, trying to scratch build. Get the basics down first before trying to experiment with all that shit.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Grant Henderson, do any of you build other kits bar big robots? No.
No.
No, I don't. And I would love to know what someone thinks of other things.
Yeah.
Especially those EVA kits.
Yeah, I was eyeing those up at GCON. And they're made by Bandai, so they can't be too
I
dissimilar.
mean, they are technically big robots. That's the thing.
That's true.
Yeah.
But they look like horrible, slippery idiots.
Nasty, scary big robots.
Ugh.
Yeah, spooky,
I was
ooky.
actually too scared to buy one.
Can't watch that either. It's too scary.
Yeah.
Shinji turns up and I start screaming. Yeah,
Here's that wank.
yeah.
It's fucking freaky.
There's that little prick with the girl's voice who won't get in the fucking Ava.
Why do you hate
You know what, though?
me?
I'm thinking about buying a model car.
I've often
A
thought
what?
that I don't like cars.
No, I cannot one shit for cars.
Shit.
See, what I
Does it
wanna
have
do-
any guns?
Yeah.
I want to buy a Nissan Skyline and like take like parts off and customize a Gundam with it. Make like a Fast and the Furious
Interesting.
Gundam. I think I mentioned that before.
I've got a lot of time for a Fast and Furious Gundam.
Did they do Skoda Citigo? Probably. That's what we've got. We have that car.
Because don't Tamiya
Give
do their
it to
own
my
kits?
fiance. Look, I made our car. then she might be finally into it.
It's not a V
Paying
thing.
me any attention.
Would that be your wedding present to her?
Yes.
As a scale model of
I've
your
made
car?
you a model of our car.
Beautiful. Where are we going in the car?
I'll even
for our
batter the
honeymoon?
door in, just like real life.
Roji Gunpla says, I would be interested to hear you guys discuss perfect grades, since I think all new builders go through a curious stage which starts from high grade to real grade to master grade, and finally the perfect grade. Now,
All right.
I agree with you, however, I, for one, at least, have not reached the perfect grade stage yet, because
me neither.
the entire concept terrifies me, because I just don't think I'd be able to do it justice. I think a kit that big, I'd want to look like professionally made, and I don't quite trust myself to. Also, they're like fucking expensive, which is also
Yeah.
kind of a big deal.
So
I think Sayam's the only one who's built a perfect grade,
yeah,
and even then,
I've not even finished it. I've still got half
Yeah.
in the fucking box.
yeah.
So perfect grades, they're really. It's just unpleasant, to be honest. It's just as
Is it too much like work?
it is. Yeah, totally. You know how
Yeah.
I complain about like building the funnels just take ages. Like it takes a very long time to see the fruits of your effort with a perfect
Yeah.
grade, and I don't know. Like I feel as if I cared about the mobile suit enough, because it was a 00. I don't really like the 00 that much.
Yeah.
Because it was a 00, I was just like, nah, and I had some missing parts, so I really didn't feel the entire build, really. It just took a long time to get anywhere with it. If
See,
you know
the
what I
00
mean.
is like, if I had to pick a perfect grade, that's probably the one I'd pick.
Yeah.
Because, like, of all the perfect grades that have been released, ideally I'd like the Gundam Mark II, but that's very old now.
old.
Yeah.
See, I really like the red frame. It's on Amazon Prime, actually. It's so
How much? That'll be a couple
100,
right?
170.
That's not too
It's
bad.
all right.
Yeah,
But,
it's
you know,
alright.
I mean, all
think
the
I'd-
perfect grades of the last, like, 10 years have been the Unicorn, the Banshee, and then various variants
Yeah.
thereof.
I think I'd be into the unicorn,
I
don't know,
I don't like it.
just as a nice
But then you've got to
big
get.
thing.
Like,
It's
give
got
me
the
like a
LED kit,
perfect
hasn't
grade
it?
new Gundam, or you know, something like that. Then yeah. Wearing business.
What about a perfect grade ground Gundam?
Stop?
What about perfect grade anything at this point? Are they ever going to announce another one, do you think? Or?
I think they have to. They have
Eventually.
But what would it be? Let's get some speculation going on here. And if
Barbatos?
it happens, then we can say that we fucking said it and we rule.
Barbatos? I could see him doing a perfect grade
that's
Barbatos.
True, because
Yeah.
they've done enough bloody kits of it.
Yeah.
Aside from the
Barbatos.
Barbatos, I don't see much, to be honest. Maybe like an older kit. Like imagine a perfect grade Alex.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not
but
big enough though.
That would be
Not
really good.
popular enough, is it?
I would love that, but yeah,
It's never gonna happen.
I think we're more likely to get a master grade version 2 than we are a perfect grade, and I
think you
don't
can-
think that's very likely.
You can look to the RG line to sort of see possibly what a new PG would look like.
Yeah.
So we get
Okay.
back to you.
More Twitter questions. At Pillow Fort says, "Are you lads into Gunpla or what? I've never listened to see if you've answered me. Listen, I know where you live, or well, no, I know where you work, which is close.
That's kind of worse.
Yeah.
It's like 5 minutes from here as well.
Yeah. Don't mess with us.
Watch yourself, man.
Ben Simon has another question. I'm going to be doing some custom painting. I have a high mock and a classic gym. I have ideas for the one, but between you, pick my gym colours.
We pick a colour each.
Black,
No, you see,
matte black.
I'd say a green base with a kind of like brick red accent.
Sort of like a Sabutio Gundam.
Now that you've put it like that, I'm kind of going off the idea.
Well, I'm voting for pink, so pink all the way.
I'm a big matte black guy. I'm currently doing a kit that I won't talk about right now.
Yeah.
I'll save it for next time.
Yeah.
With matte black, and I swear it just looks so good.
Okay. Sam?
Yeah.
I'm into that deep red, you know, that
Okay.
crimson color.
Okay, so black, crimson, green, and pink.
It's going to be the worst thing, Ben.
I want to see pictures. I want to see pictures. At Imp's Corner, is the weapon pack the only place to get high-grade mobile workers? I think so.
Yes.
Pretty sure.
Yeah. But as we discussed earlier, they're so cheap that it doesn't really matter. At Essa Almansori says, give me a quick explanation. P Bandai is only found in Bandai website and not in places like Amazon, right? Well, no. You can
Yes,
get it on
and-
places like... Yeah, you can get it on places like Amazon, but it will cost more. Obviously, we in the West are not buying directly from Bandai.
Yep.
So we're going through resellers regardless. So P Bandai stuff just costs more because it costs the resellers more to buy it in the first place. So you can find it on Amazon and Banzai Hobby or whatever shops you use, but it's just the fact that it's P Bandai and therefore more expensive for the retailer to buy.
Yep.
Means that we end up paying more as
Passing
well.
the opposite of savings on to the customer.
Yes, indeed. Okay, well, we'll end it there then.
Oh,
I'm so sorry that we have to end so soon, but
Thank
we
you.
will be back in hopefully around about a month's time with more happy, fun Gundam times.
In the interim, I'm going to California. For
California?
12 days.
I hear that it's super cool for the homeless.
I'm going to California.
So you're flat. You're going home to your
That's
flat.
not
is what you're
bad. I
saying.
might rename it on Foursquare.
California.
Yeah, so if anyone has any tips of where to get some Gunpla in California, I'm going to Los Angeles and San Francisco, then do let me know. And if it's just Barnes & Noble, also just let me know, because I would like to know.
Yeah. But yeah, until next time, thank you as always for listening. Episode 5, that's not bad, is it?
Yeah. We're at Gunpla Club on Twitter,
Yes, at Gunpla Club.
Gunpla Club UK on Facebook.
Yep. Gunpla Club on Instagram as
Fuck
well.
all those other Gunpla clubs.
Yeah.
Please give us a review on iTunes because it really does help.
Yeah, it
That's
genuinely
something
does.
everyone says, isn't it, on podcast?
Yeah, I think so. Sounds about right.
It does though. It helps push you up those rankings.
Yeah, and we
Yes.
do love to be massive rankers.
Oh.
But yeah, I guess that's all there is to say
Yeah,
for now.
Gunpla is freedom.
Gunpla is freedom.
Say something from Sheffield.
From Sheffield.